The Hunt by Cornelius Gurlitt. That was just a little bit below tempo so that you could look carefully at the different hand positions. The right hand is dealing with a new hand position where instead of being in a regular 5-finger C major position, Gurlitt is putting your hand in what would be called a second inversion of the chord. So here we are in root position for a C major chord. I'm taking the chord, I'm inverting it. This is the first inversion. What I did was I took the lower note and I put it on top, called an inversion. So now I have an E and a G and a C. Notice my fingering. It's a comfortable fingering. And then I can invert it again. I could take the E and put it on top, and now I have the second inversion. And if you look, we have a fourth from here to the root, and I have the fingering 1 and a 3 and a 5. I could use 1, 4, 5, but that feels less comfortable. This is the traditional fingering that's taught. And Gurlitt is using this throughout the piece. So in the right hand, I'm aware of this fingering, though I may not stay over it, rigidly. My thumb's going to feel comfortable to move away. So never feel like you have to stay over a key if it causes tension. Did you notice here when we got to this next part of measure 13, we have a new chord. Up to now we've been using this chord, and at measure 6 we are introduced with this D, which is still in that hand position for the second inversion. But then on measure 13 I need to accommodate the F up here. So I have the outline of what looks like a 5-7 chord, which would be a G, B, D, and an F. But Gurlitt is choosing not to use the B. He resolves it with the E, back to the 1 chord. Then he has the left hand starting the melody. Look how I had to change the fingering. If I had done this, I can't accommodate the E and the G. So it's suggesting go to the 2 and then again adjust your hand. Then you're back to what looked like measure 8. Pretty much. Here we have that fingering again. Here comes the 5-7. By the way, did you notice the D is here? The B is down here. The G is here in the F. So Gurlitt is playing around with these 2 basic chords. The second inversion C chord. Left hand, by the way, is filling out the chord. And a 5-7 chord. Sometimes just a 5 chord. Like this. Sometimes like this. Interesting, huh? All right, now, right hand. Left hand. Notice it looks like a C major chord, except I'm leaving out the G. 3 and 1 is a nice fingering. I can move very comfortably to this, which is a part of a 5 chord. So I would practice going back and forth from here to here for the left hand. When you get to this chord, depending on your hand, you could play all 3. If it's uncomfortable, you could leave out 1 note. Your choice. You could leave out or this is what Gurlitt wrote. Enjoy learning this piece.